All right, everyone, and welcome back into the cave. We are live tonight watching. We're going to be doing the Hartford Whalers' journey to the Stanley Cup Championship right here on the channel. Hold on just one second. Feel free to throw some comments up there. We'll get this going here shortly for you for sure. All right. So here we are. We are back inside the cave. My apologies. Taking me a little bit of time here to get things rolling. We've got a lot of fun new stuff going on here on the channel. So if you are new to the channel, all right, and you are just following us or just joining us on this journey with the Hartford Whalers here on our way to a Stanley Cup championship, we got a lot going on right here on the screen, okay? First thing we want to do tonight is make sure that we congratulate the University of Indiana on their first football national championship. If you've been watching the show, you know that we have called it. We did. We picked them, and we were right. So congratulations to me, the fanatic, on calling that one. We'll try to get some college football here on the channel eventually, but I don't think we'll be doing that anytime soon because I've been trying to do that, and it's actually pretty tough. Some other new things you can see moving here on the screen. Okay, we have got live scores updating pretty quickly. If you are an NHL fan, a basketball fan, a college basketball fan, it's all scrolling over there on the right. Now, the New York Islanders are playing the Kraken here. They should be starting in just a few moments. That'll start appearing on the screen for you as well. So if you're a sports fan, we've got a lot of what you're looking for right here on the show. Now, of course, we are going to follow the Hartford Whalers, the team that we have been tracking and kind of flowing with here through 3 seasons, or 2.5 seasons so far. Some exciting stuff. Hopefully we'll get something rolling here in this season. Last episode, let's go ahead and take a look at what we did last episode with our Hartford Whalers. So in the latest episode, we traded Evander Kane for Pavel Buchnevich. That was a huge deal that happened later, of course, in the episode. Probably right around the maybe 45-minute mark of the episode. Evander Kane wasn't too happy playing with the Hartford Whalers, wanted to make a change. So we went ahead and got that done for him and traded him to St. Louis, picked up Pavel Buchnevich. In the last episode, we scored 17 goals in our last 3 games. So this team really came to life in the last episode. It was great to see all the scoring, the passing, the team really picking it up here in the last couple of games of the episode. Of course, we also increased our team chemistry by about 8%. So that too was huge. for us. A team that was basically struggle city. They were at about 60%. We managed to get it to about 68%. So that was a positive as the episode kind of came to an end, right? Okay. Also, we had Pichek. He had 14 points in 10 games. So 14 big points for our boy Pichek over that 10 game span. That was huge for the team as well. Of course, he is one of the best players on the team. Not necessarily the best, but he is one of the best on the team. So we know what he's capable of, and we know what he can deliver, hopefully, for this team moving forward. So we hope to get a lot out of him here in this episode. So, again, if you're just joining us, of course, we welcome you into the cave. All right. If you've never followed along with the team, welcome back in. If you are a sports fan of any kind, again, we've got everything rolling right there on the screen for you. We've got hockey scores. I've got college basketball. I've got the NBA. And, of course, eventually the Islanders and Kraken game will get underway, and we'll be able to see the live feed from that as well. So we'll be able to see some live scoring from that contest. Of course, we're pulling for our Islanders tonight. Always pulling for our Islanders. Absolutely, right? Okay. So now that we've touched on our last episode, if we have any comments, questions, concerns about the team moving forward, now would be the time. Go ahead and throw it into the comments section in YouTube. If you'd like to watch on Twitch, you can do that as well. You can throw some comments up there on the board. If you want me to be able to see them while I'm playing the game, Twitch is the way to go. You can log on to Twitch. You'll find me at Islander Fanatic. Go ahead and log into Twitch and throw your questions up on the board. I'll be able to see them as I play the game. So that way I don't have any sort of delay. All right. Okay. So once again, a couple of new additions to the channel. We've got the scoreboard on the bottom. We got the rolling scoreboards on the right. We've got a lot of pictures. We got a lot going on. So it's going to be some fun. We're going to have some fun tonight with the team. Okay, so here are our goals for the episode. As you know, this team, they struggle from time to time, right? We struggle getting things done with this squad. So we want to make sure that we are working towards a goal. Goals are important because we're taking this team in a new direction. All right. Last year, we missed the playoffs. Quite a disappointment for this squad, right? After such a promising inaugural campaign, getting to the playoffs, making it to the Eastern Conference Finals, they went ahead and they dumped it. They dumped it in the regular season. We lost Simo to injury at one point. Okay, we lost Kelly to injury a few times because he's old and tired, and he can't seem to get anything done. And then, of course, we did lose. We lost Gavin Kirkish, who actually got traded, and we had a couple of rough setbacks for the squad last year, but I think they're picking it up this year. So, with that being said, we have some goals for tonight's episode. All right. If you're just jumping into this thing with us, once again, welcome on in. We've got an exciting night of hockey with our Hartford Whalers. We're also going to be following the New York Islanders on the screen down below, so we'll see how they do as long as that starts to move, because I haven't seen much in the way of action on that board yet. So maybe it just changes as the game gets started. But we'll see how that changes as we go. We are seeing some scores over here on the right side as well. So if you're a college basketball, NBA, or NHL fan, those scores are scrolling on the right side for you as well. So, Whalers Journey to the Cup episode goals. Let's get this started. We have 10 games in the episode, and this is who we're playing. Go ahead and take a look at the chart, okay? We have Boston in game 1, okay? We've got Pittsburgh in game 2, and the Ducks in game 3. Now, if you're seeing green on the board, that means that's an away game. So we've got Boston, Pittsburgh, and Anaheim to kick off the episode, all on the road. We then come home to the mall to take on Boston and Nashville. Then it's right back out on the road. We're heading to Boston and Chicago. And then it's Ottawa at home. And then we go on the road to Toronto and then back home to take on the Maple Leafs. So we've only got 4 games in this episode where we're going to be at the mall. The other 6 will be out on the road. So it's going to be a tough one. Now, I think I'm asking for quite a bit. We're looking for 12 points, but we'll get to that as we go through the goals here. What we're looking for in the episode, we got to score goals, continue to score goals. This team has been on a tear in the last 5 or 6 games. Like I mentioned when we were looking at the kind of the run through of last week, we did have about 14, I think it was 17 goals over a 3-game period. So hopefully we can continue that moving forward. That's going to be huge for this team. We got to play defense. Okay. You know, I put a lot of pressure on the goalies. I'm always calling out Simon. I'm always calling out DJ, but you can't really do that unless we're actually getting some defense played. Got to play some defense for the squad. Okay, that means No Fear and Sergio and the Fagan brothers. You got to get that done. Okay, we got to get that done in this episode. So the other thing we're going to do here in the episode is monitor our goalie performance. So we've got 2 good goalies on the squad. We've got Simo, of course, 89 overall. And we've got DJ. He's about 83, 84 right now, but he's growing as long as we get him into the lineup. So we will be working on getting him into the lineup a little bit more as we continue on with the team. But I think we're going to focus on having her in net unless it's a back-to-back. So if we see a back-to-back in the episode, then we'll bump DJ into the net, make sure he at least gets some sort of a chance to play. We got to get him in to play, right? That's for certain. Okay, so that's kind of where we are. Let's take a look at the points we want to get on the board. Now, we know Boston is a tough team. They've got a winning record as we speak. So here's what I'm looking at. Over on the right side, you can see where I kind of put the points I want to get for the episode. Okay, I want 12 points, which means we need 6 wins, right? Or 5 wins and 2 overtime losses or whatever it is. We want 12 points. That is the goal. If I'm asking too much, let me know. If you think we're asking too much, throw it in the comments. I love to hear what you have to say. But I'm pretty sure that we can get this done. So I'm thinking we probably take a loss to Boston in all 3 of those games. If we get the upset, great. But I'm thinking we take a loss to Boston. Pittsburgh is a win. I think we get a win against the Ducks. I think we take down Nashville. Chicago should be a win. We take, and then we get 2 wins against Toronto. So I'm looking at 4 losses in the episode, 3 to Boston and 1 to Ottawa, who has definitely had our number so far basically since we've been doing this. They have had our number for sure. So that's how we're going to get our 12 points tonight. We're also going to be paying attention to that Islanders score on the bottom of the screen as my Islanders, as I am the Islander fanatic, my Islanders will be taking on the Seattle Kraken. That should be ticking away here shortly. It is first period. No score time. Clock hasn't even started moving, so we'll see how that rolls. You can also see over on the right side of the board, like I've been mentioning all day, or all episodes so far, we've got live scrolling scores as we move through the episode. We've got the NHL on the top. We've got the NBA in the middle, and we have the NCAA basketball on the bottom of those three scrolls. So you're going to get to see, if you're a basketball fan or whatever, and you want to watch your team as we watch, go ahead, jump in there, watch. Let me know anything you got. Now, as you all know, okay, um, one of our big things. Now we've looked at our goals. We're going to go back a little bit, but one of our main things, of course, is our topic of the day, right? Our topic of the day, and you know what? I think I'm going to put this up on the screen. Actually, I'm thinking our topic of the day is going to be. We're going to do 80s music. So we're going to put a little note up on the board here. All right. So just give me a second here while I do that, because I am not the fastest at this. But topic. There we go. I don't know if y'all can see that. I don't know. Hopefully you can't. But if you can, great. Let's scroll this right here. I'm going to put that right there. And then we're going to, not that one. Not that one. Change the color on that bad boy. Yeah, I'm new to this. I said that I'm moving some stuff around here, but we're learning. We are learning. We're gonna play soon. I promise. I promise we're gonna play soon. Woo! Everything's moving around on me here. Well, let's just do this. We'll make it small, and then we'll just go with it. There we go. Now we got it. Boom. Okay. I think we're good. I think we need to stop. I think I need to stop. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm struggling with that. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You got to see the scores though, as we were doing some of that stuff. So, all right. We are getting ready to play some hockey, right? So we're gonna play some hockey here. Um, Nice. All righty. So, yeah, a little bit of a struggle there. But that's where we are now. So if you sat through that whole mess, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. If you sat through all that while I was sitting there trying to do that. Okay, so here we are inside the live game now. We are playing some hockey. All right, so we're going to kick this thing off. Our first game of the episode, we are going to be taking on the Boston Bruins. As we mentioned, we're going to be it'll be Simo in net, 21 games played, 9 wins, .893 save percentage, and a 3.21 goals against average on the season. She'll be taking on Jonas Korpisalo of the Boston Bruins, 4 games played, 2 wins, a .863 save percentage, and a 4.23 goals against average. Currently, that .863 save percentage is something that we all know we have looked at in the past, and it has been a struggle when we do that. So we are going to head into this one now. Let's take a look at the right before we do that, though. We want to take a look over on the right. Goals for per game. In goals for per game, 2.80 for the Whalers. So we've started to move up a little bit there. Goals against were 17, 3.23. Power play percentage, 23.3. Penalty kill is 24th in the league. So that's dropped significantly. We have dropped significantly in the penalty kill percentage. Now we look over on goals for per game, 3.97 for Boston. They're 4th in the league, 2.97, 10th in goals against, so their defense is playing good. Power play percentage, 20.5%. Penalty kill is 85.0, 7th in the league. Now, this is a game that we said on our list. We said we could take a loss here, right? We're looking for 12 wins. I'm sorry, 12 wins. There's only 10 games, Knucklehead. We're looking for 12 points on the episode. So we're going to roll right into this one and get underway. We're 13, 14, and 3. They are 21, 7, and 3. Let's go ahead and sim this one, shall we? Okay, we're going to bump that speed up to about 4 times here. And Carlo's going to score on Simo at the 17:40 mark, left in period number 1. Shots are 7-1. We are getting, Boston is, they've slowed down a little bit. It is 1-0. And then Geeky puts one past Simo, so it's 2-0. 8:24 to go in the period. 6 minutes going, 6 minutes left in the period. So I'm a little off tonight trying this new stuff that's going on all over the screen. And we got about 30 seconds in the period. So period number 1 is in the books, and we are down 2-0 on goals from Geeky and Carlo. Now, we didn't see anything in the way of power plays, so that's good. Now I'm going to say that, and the team's going to we put him on a power play. Kelly scores a shorthanded goal. So that's huge in a huge rivalry against Boston. If we came away with the point here in this one, that would be massive. If we could get the 2 points, hell, I'd take a point. I'd take even a point, right? For sure. Okay, so it is now 9 minutes to go in the period, 8 minutes to go, period number 2. They are out shooting us like crazy. It's 26-14 so far in shots, and they just keep climbing. And we put them back on the power play. Please do not let them score on the power play. And good. So we killed off that power play. We're going to go into period number 3. We got the 1 goal from Mr. Kelly. That came shorthanded, and it's now 2-1 Boston heading into period number 3. Shots are 32-17, so they have definitely been putting some shots on Simo, but she's holding her own, right? Giving up just the 2 goals so far. We need someone to come up big. Let's see if we can get something big. And it's Kelly. Of course it is. In the Battle of New England, he is a New Englander, and he comes up with his second goal of the game. We put him back on the power play. Let's kill that off. And no, we give up the power play goal to Evans. So with just 5 minutes to go in this one, it is 3-2 Boston. We've got about 3 minutes to go in the period, and that is going to do it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Lindholm scored. Oh, shit. I got all excited. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at what happened goal-wise. It was, let's see this in reverse, shall we? It was Carlo at the with about 17:40 left in the first period, putting one in the net. Then Geeky made it 2-0. Kelly answered back with a shorthanded goal in the second period. Picked up another goal in period number 3, and then almost right away, Evans followed up to give him a 3-2 lead, and then it was Hampus Lindholm with his goal, empty net. So she gave up 3 in this one. Kind of a struggle for us, right? 2 in the first for Boston, 1 in the second for Hartford, 1 in the third for Hartford to tie it up. And then they rattled off 2 quick goals. Let's go to our 3 stars of the game. How about this? Even in a loss, Kelly comes up big. Geeky had a goal and an assist. Lindholm had a goal. That was an empty netter, but we'll still give him the second star. And, of course, Kelly had 2 goals, no assists, and 1 hit in this one. So, not a bad game. Okay, again, we weren't looking for points here. We didn't think we'd get points here. So, we are through 1 game, and we have 0 points. That is a serious bummer. That's a serious bummer. And we lost Miles Fagan. He's going to be out until December 26th. So we've got to go ahead and make that change, right? So let's go ahead into our defense, because he is a defenseman. We're going to move over to the defense. Let's see what we've got to fill that spot. We have good old Callie O'Delius. So, Callie, you're going to be jumping in here. We're going to move D. Paul up to that line with Fagan. Now, here's what I like. We're going to put Fagan to that top line. We're going to go Feeney Paul on the second line, because Feeney and Paul have played very well together. They are a match made in heaven on that second line. So, we're going to go ahead and leave those guys there. So, that's game number 1. That's a 4-2 loss. Okay. So we start off the episode not so good, picking up that tough loss. So let's go ahead and we'll put a if I can do it, if I can do this, we're gonna see if I can do this. So we're going to put a 0 in our big 0. Right there. Oh, hey, wow, that was a big 0. We're going to move this over here. And that's a massive 0. We don't want it to be that big. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. But we're going to take that out. Yeah. How about a 0? There we go. A 0 into the net in this one. Big old fat 0. And that's our point tracker down there in the left-hand corner. So if you're watching that live stream, you're going to see that 0. Actually, you're going to see a parentheses pop up. And then we had a 0 pop up. So I do apologize for that. That was a little bit crazy. Okay. If you are joining us, I don't really have anybody at the moment. But if you are joining us, feel free to throw some comments on the board. Always happy to hear what you got to say as we roll, right? As we roll through this. So we're through game number 1. We lost 4-2 to Boston. That's a bummer. That's a total bummer. But we've got some chances to make up for it, right? We've got some chances to make up for it. Let's go back to our list. Right? What were our goals? What were our goals? Our goals in this one, we said we might have us. Oh, look at that. The Islanders actually scored. I just saw that. So they're up 1-0 on the Kraken. That is massive for my boys. Okay, so our goal was to, well, okay, so we thought we were going to get 0 in that first game, and we did. That's a bit of a bummer, but it is what it is, right? So we now have, we are heading into this one in Pittsburgh, and we're going to get 2. We're going to get 2. We got to score goals and play D. That's how we're going to win, right? That's how we're going to win. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll into this next game. We're going to be taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. They are 15-12-5 on the season, 4-5-1 in their last 10 games. So we've got a chance. We're looking for that 2 points, right? We are 13-5-3, so it's kind of an even matchup. We'll have Simo between the pipes in this one. In 25, actually, let's see if this changes, because sometimes I do this and it changes. Nah, they're going to go with Stuart Skinner. Okay, so 13-5-3. We are there 15-12-5. I hadn't pressed the button. 22 games played, 9 wins, .894 save percentage, and a 3.2 goals against average. Struggle city for Simo between the pipes this year, but we're sticking with her. We're going to continue to stick with her. Stuart Skinner will be between the pipes. I love this dude's stash. I think I've said this before. 26 games played, 13 wins, a .914 save percentage for him, 2.82 goals against average. Taking a look over on the right side, we're looking at, well, we want to see the matchup, right? 2.77 to 3.13. So they got us in goals for. They're better in goals against. Their power play percentage is, we got them there. Penalty kill percentage, we're just about even, really. Pretty close. Team leaders, Malkin has 32. Kakko has 32. So, again, a very even matchup. Taking a look at the standings over here on the right side in the Atlantic Division, we have 29 points. We've fallen back to 8th place with that loss. We were in 6th heading into that last game. But you can see it's a pretty tight race at the bottom, right? The Panthers, they're kind of, I wouldn't say they're running away with it. They got a 1-point lead on the Bruins, and the Maple Leafs are right in there. But that wild card spot, we could sneak in there. Well, we're only 9 points behind, or 10 points behind. So we could make a run at the wild card spot. We'll have to see what happens with that one. And why did I put so much emphasis on that one? Okay, so let's go ahead and head into this one in Pittsburgh. We're on the road, and we're going to simulate. Of course, we're going to simulate the minor league game because we don't really care about that, do we? I don't know why it took me to that screen. I don't want to play the game. Okay, so let's simulate the game, Mike. We're not playing. Hopefully we don't play. All right, 4 times speed, and we're rolling right into this one. Here we go. 17 minutes to go in the period. Shots are tied at 1. So good defensive matchup so far. 4 shots to 3. Hartford with the lead right now. If you are jumping in and you want to comment, go ahead and throw a comment up on the board. Don't really have anybody watching at the moment. But if you did, oh, look at that. I looked down at the screen for 2 seconds. Blake Sant scores. Sea Dog puts one in the net. It is 2-0 Hartford with 4 minutes to go in the period. So we called for 2 points in this game. We called these guys out, especially the defenseman. Sea Dog comes up with a goal. It is 2-0. We roll into period number 2. All right. In the pregame, I said I want to see Fagans, or the Fagans. One of the Fagans gets injured. That's okay. But I want to see Feeney or Paul or one of those guys. We've seen a lot of Sergio. We want to see more. We want to see more guys putting some goals in the net. And the Rook comes up big. I don't even know if he's a rookie anymore. I just call him the Rook because it's kind of his nickname now. I think he played a little bit last season. But he's on that third line, that third defensive pairing with Odelius. So maybe that kind of pumped him up a little bit, right? Okay, so we rolled right through that second period while I was chit-chatting away, as I normally do. And we're going to head into period number 3. We're on the power play to kick it off, and we get that one killed. We send them on the power play. Michael Bunting's going to put one in the net past Simo. 15 minutes to go in the period, and Carlson ties this baby up. So we're all tied up here. And then Russ scores. So it's like bang, bang, bang. They've scored every 2 minutes so far in the period. 10 minutes to go in the period. Can somebody score? Somebody give me a freaking goal. Anybody with 5 minutes to go in the period. Anybody. Oh, and the Kraken just scored, so at least they did. They're tied with about 9:20 to go in the first period. And 1 minute to go in our game, and okay. So that's going to do it. We lose back-to-back games. Total bummer. 2 early goals from Blake Sant and Cody Delgado in the first period, and then the Penguins came out and bang, bang, bang in period number 3 to go up 3-2 and put this away. And it's 3 Penguins on the board. Well, of course it is. They had 3 goals in a row every 2 minutes for basically the beginning of the third period. Rust with the third star. He had a goal and a hit. Carlson with a goal, an assist, and a hit. He's star number 2. And, of course, your top star is Michael Bunting. 1 goal, 1 assist, and 3 hits on this one. Okay, so that was tough. We have now lost, and we still have 0 points. We still have 0 points in the episode. Ville Ottavainen is on waivers. Seattle's passing on him, and so are we. So we're going to pass on Ville. Sorry, Ville, you're not coming to Hartford. Okay, so we need a win. We need a win in the worst way, okay? And maybe it's the Anaheim Ducks. Maybe that's where we get our win. Okay. Now, before we jump into this one, if you're just jumping into the stream tonight, welcome in. Our topic of the night is favorite music artist. It could be the 70s, it could be the 80s, it could be the 90s. As soon as I have anybody, if anybody actually jumps in and starts putting some questions up on the board, I'd be happy to answer them. I'd be happy to talk to anybody. Right now, I'm just talking to myself. And that's not good for a stream, right? You don't want to be sitting there talking to yourself. But you know what? I'm getting used to it. But if you want to jump in and participate, now is definitely the time. If you had a chance to watch that national championship game on Monday, wow, one heck of a game, right? Again, Indiana came up big, got themselves their first national championship, so congratulations to the Hoosiers. I know they're never going to hear that from me because, I only know one Hoosier personally, and I'm pretty sure he was probably overjoyed when that game came to an end on Monday night. So, okay, we are heading into game number 3 in the episode. Now, we thought we were going to have at least 2 points by now, right? We thought we would take down the Pittsburgh Penguins. Well, they had other plans for us in Pittsburgh. So this team has hopped on a plane from Pittsburgh to Anaheim. They're going to be heading to the Honda Center, not too far up the road from where I am, and they'll be taking on the Anaheim Ducks in this one. The Ducks come in 13-13-7. They are 2-5-3 in their last 10 games. Now, historically, our Whalers team gets the crap kicked out of them when they're playing a team that's struggling. It's just a fact, folks. That's the way it goes with this club. So, we're not going to put anything on this one. I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm going to roll through the stats, and we're going to play. I'm not going to say anything to jinx us, okay? John Gibson will be between the pipes for the Ducks in this one. 11 games played, 3 wins, a .886 save percentage, and a 3.42 goals against average. Now, we're going to have Simo between the pipes, okay? 23 games played, 9 wins, a .894 save percentage, and a 3.22 goals against average. We come into this 13-16-3. We're coming off back-to-back losses, and we're 6-3-1 over our last 10. Now, I have no assistant GMs. I have nobody out there watching right now, so I'm not going to do anything to the squad. We're just going to roll with it. That's the way it is. You guys want to win? You want to help the team? Jump on board. Throw your comments up there, and we'll see what we can do. Now, on the right side, we see our matchup. Goals for per game, 2.75. We're 27th. They're 23rd. Goals against per game, we're 17th. They're 27th. It's percentage points, literally. Oh, hello. I've got a view. Hey, how are you? I haven't seen you in forever. You're actually watching me. Excellent. Okay. So, anyway, I just had a little comment, so I thought I'd throw that out there. Okay, so we are, I kind of lost my train of thought there. Let me get it back here. Okay. So we are 13, 16, and 3. Getting back to the stats on the right side, that's where we were. So power play percentage looks like 22.4% for the Whale. We are they're 11.2%. They are almost the worst in the league. Penalty kill percentage, we suck. We're terrible at the penalty kill. Again, it's like the second season in a row where we're terrible. Now, if we go back 2 episodes, we were pretty good. Now we're not good. So I don't know. Maybe we traded somebody we shouldn't have. Team leaders, we've got Capo Caco with 32, and of course Trevor Zegras, who in the real world is now playing for the Philadelphia Flyers, but in our universe, Trevor Zegras has 36 points for these very Ducks. So let's go ahead and jump in to this one. Yes, we're going to simulate that. Did I just play? No, I didn't play the game. Okay, so we've got a comment, and Morgan Wallen is a favorite music. Morgan Wallen. I don't know who that is. So educate me. Morgan Wallen. I'm not sure who that is. Feel free to educate me. I think I got to go on my phone and look that up. Yeah, I'm not the sharpest when it comes to, and Cutter Gauthier is going to score, putting one past Simo. So we're in Anaheim. We're right up the road. Shots are about 10-9. I'm now distracted as I look up Morgan Wallen here. Parents' favorite artist, Lionel Richie. Yeah, I like that. That's good. That's good classic music right there, right? I can listen to that. I don't know. I got to look up this Morgan Wallen character. I'll figure it out here in just a second. But Lionel Richie, for certain, excellent music. Okay, let's go ahead. And so let's stop here for a second. Take a look at our Hartford Whalers team. We're down 1-0. We're through the first period. Shots are just about even, 12-11. Okay. Cutter Gauthier had the only goal of the game. We are now looking at our second period underway. And 15. And, there we go. Mr. Feeney has chimed in as well. And he likes Lincoln Park. Well, he's a defenseman. Of course he does. 18 shots to 16. And we're on the power play, a very long power play, mind you. And we get nothing done with that one. About 7 minutes to go in the period. 5-on-4 power play again. Somebody put one in the freaking net, baby. Somebody put one in the net. And Mikheyev does, but that's not a freaking Whaler. And then Strome puts one in, and oh boy, are we in trouble. And Perron scores. So he's actually been good the last couple of episodes. If you follow it, for my 6 viewers out there, if you follow the show, Perron's been good. Well, we don't want to speed it up, Mike. We don't want to speed it up. I tried to speed it up a little bit there. Okay, so we are rocking and rolling into period number 3. We put them on the power play and we kill it. Now they're on the power play. No, we were on the power play. That was a fast power play, wasn't it? Sure was. Shots are 33-27. And 33-28. And Mike Kelly scores. That's the third goal of the episode for Mike Kelly. And we need another goal, baby. Somebody put one in. Let's look for Jimmy. How about Jimmy? He's been so quiet this season. McTavish scores. That's the wrong team. We need one from the Whalers. Oh, no. Oh, no. Are we starting another episode with a losing streak? Oh, no. We are starting with another losing streak. Okay, so we're going to look at the 3 stars of the game. And it's Terry. He had 2 helpers and a hit. John Gibson, who just, well, you know what? I didn't say this. I didn't say it in the pregame because I was too scared to say it. Every time we play against a struggling goalie, we make them look like a Vezina Trophy winner. Okay? If you're unfamiliar with what the Vezina Trophy is, just call it basically the Cy Young of goalies. All right? Best goalie in the league right there. We always make them look like Vezina Trophy winners. Whenever we play against a struggling goalie. So they just love when we come to town. Of course, Cutter Gauthier, he had a goal and 3 helpers. So a great game for the kid, the left winger from the Ducks. We take a look at the overalls. Of course, we did have 2 goals in the game. Okay. I don't even remember who it was. I think it was me. Might have been me. This is the full, if you want to see the full thing, we could, but I don't really care for that. I just want to see the goals, right? Perron and Kelly. Okay. Helpers from Burns, Fagan, and Perron. So Perron had a 2-point night. Not a good one. We are down 0-3 in the episode. And, oh no, this is not good, folks. This is not good. Pichek has been injured with a sore foot. He is out until January 5th. So that, my friends, is no bueno. The team's lines must be edited. So that means we're going to have to put, well, we have Taven. So Buchnevich is going to stay where he is. I think Perron's been playing good, so we'll bump him up with Kelly and the Professor. Gregory will move to the 3rd line. And look, actually, that's pretty good chemistry. They bumped up to a +1. And how about Taven? Taven, do we go with you right here? Yes, you'll be playing on the 3rd line. Now, we know what he can do. He's capable of getting stuff done. But, we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens with the kid. So, this is what we look like heading into the next game. We'll have Buchnevich, Biwak, Capocacco. Thank you to my little junior GM out there, who's probably one of the only people I got watching at the moment. He talked me into that trade, and he has been very good for the squad. We've got the Professor over here on the right wing, 2nd line. Kelly will play center, 2nd line. Perron will move to the left wing, 2nd line, so he moves up 1. Gregory Swift is on the left wing, 3rd line. Jimmy Lamoureux, who's been awfully quiet, he'll be on the 3rd line, center. Connor Burns. We're bumping him up, dude. We're going to take him up here. The Professor's going to move down to the 3rd line because I like Connor as a scorer, and Kelly can pass to him. And then we got Blake, Sant, Matthew Rempe, and Taven Lamprey on that 4th line. Now, we're 3 games into this episode, and we have not won a game yet. So it has been struggle bus for the team. And of course, we got another game against Boston, who already beat us in the episode. So let's go back. Let's go back, and we're going to take a look at what I thought was going to happen heading in here, right? So heading in to this episode, I truly believed that we would get 2 points against the Penguins and 2 points against the Ducks. And I was sorely mistaken. And the whole goal for the freaking episode was to score goals, play D, and of course monitor her performance, which we have done. And it has not been good. She has not been good in this episode. So she could be moving out. And we have not heard from our goalie in a while. So if we actually end up seeing our goalie on the stream, then maybe we will. Jelly Roll is a favorite artist. Ooh, Jelly Roll. I like Jelly Rolls too, but I'm more eating them than listening to them. So Jelly Roll is kind of my thing. If you haven't seen me in a while, yeah, you'd definitely be able to tell the holidays were not a friend to the fanatic. That is definitely for sure. So while we're sitting here on the screen, and we've talked about a couple of favorite artists, I'll talk about mine. I'll throw mine out there. Since we're not playing a New York team in the episode, okay, since we are not playing a New York team in the episode, I'm going to go ahead and throw my favorite out there. Let's go back to the game time screen, right? So, my favorite artist. And you know what? I'm going to throw the question out there. We're going to throw this question out there. Based on where I'm from, and if you know me a little bit, you might know where I'm from. I'm an Islanders fan, so just take a guess. Who do you think, who would you guess my favorite artist is? Who would you guess my favorite artist is? Feel free to throw it up there on the board. Any name. I would love to get a laugh based on where I'm from. Just take a guess who you think it is before we head into this next game with Boston. Okay, let's go ahead and cover those stats. Okay, we are 0-3 heading into this one with the Boston Bruins. We've already talked about how we dumped our first 3 games. We have 0 points in the episode, and the Boston Bruins are one of the best teams in the league. So they come into this one 23-8-3. In their last 10, they are 8-1-1. We are 5-4-1 coming into this one. 13 wins, 17 losses, 3 overtime losses for the Whale. So we did this in the last episode too. Okay, we did play halfway decent, and then okay. So Sinatra? Yeah, I do like Sinatra. See, there you go. Now you're gonna get me talking again. So I do enjoy some Sinatra. Okay. Now that's calling me kind of old there, Mr. Feeney. But thank you. Springsteen, I definitely like some Springsteen too. But I think he's from Philly, right? So the Islanders just ended their first period. They are tied with the Kraken. So I love this new thing I got. It's actually that my updates are popping up on the screen as I do the episode. So anyway, getting back to the music, right? So Sinatra, good guess, but definitely not. Okay. Springsteen, also a good guess, but he's from Philly. So we're talking about a New Yorker. A New Yorker. That's my favorite music. Okay. If my kids were watching, they would know. They'd be able to tell you exactly who it is, but they don't watch. I can't get them to watch. And you know what? I'm not going to say that. This is good, solid content. 100%. Okay, here we go. Back to the game. Bruins, 23-8-3. Whalers, 13-17-3. Last 10 games, 8-1-1. Last 10 games, 5-4-1. Season record, we are 0-1 against the Bruins. Last game, we lost 4-2. Star of the game was Mike Kelly. That's crazy. The dude had 2 goals, was the star of the game, and lost. So that just tells you about this guy, right? I mean, I created this character so accurately. So good, but not good enough, I guess. I don't know. Jay-Z? Oh, that's a good one, too. I like Jay-Z. But, yeah, nope. Keep trying. Okay, so we're going to go goals for per game. Boston kicking our ass. Goals against per game. Boston kicking our ass. Power play percentage. We're about even. Way to go, Whalers. Power play percentage, we got them there. So for our 3 or 4 power plays, we actually have a better percentage. Penalty kill percentage, they are up 84.4%. We are at 79.5%. Team leaders, Capo Caco with 32. His number has not changed at all. McAvoy is at 38 points. So congratulations, McAvoy. Great job there for you. Okay, so I think we're pretty much ready to head into this one. We haven't looked at our goalies yet. Simo, you're going to get another shot. This is our 4th game of the episode. We need a win here. You got to do something, kid. You got to do something, or we're pulling you out of net. Lady Gaga? No, 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 no. No Lady Gaga. No Lady Gaga. Okay. Boston's netminder is going to be Jeremy Swayman. He's been playing so good that he's probably just going to shut us down anyway. So we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens in this one. Sorry, I'm actually sitting here texting at the moment. There we go. Okay, so we got it out there. We got it out. We throw our text out there. I had to stop. I gotta look at my phone. I can't. Some of these kids, they can sit there and click, 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 click with their thumbs. And hey, there you nailed it, kid. That is my all-time favorite artist, Mr. Billy Joel. Pretty much anything by the Piano Man is my favorite. I'll listen to just about any Billy Joel song. Absolutely. Yeah, you got it, buddy. It only took about 5 or 6 guesses from the crew, but we got the right answer. So great. My all-time favorite Billy Joel song is Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. So most people would be like, oh, it's got to be Piano Man. It's got to be Piano Man. No, I dig Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. If you can get through about 7 minutes of it, 7 minutes of a song, then that's for you. It tells a story. It took me about 25 years of my life to figure out that it's actually a story going on, but it definitely tells a story. So now that I've rattled on here, let's go ahead and sim this game against the Boston Bruins. Now we're looking for a win. We need a win in the worst way here, right? So we're bumping it up to 4 times speed. And let's see who's going to score first. Somebody give me a goal. Have I seen Billy Joel in concert? Nay. I have not. Not that I know of. I mean, maybe I did. I don't think so, though. I've seen his concert on like YouTube. That's great, but no, I have not seen him in concert myself. I would love to, just to see him get up there and play the piano, and that would be awesome. I'm sure it'd be a real electric concert too. Okay, so we're about 3 minutes left in the period, and this has been a quiet one, a very quiet one. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and roll into period number 2. And we go on a power play. Somebody. No, we get that one killed off. 15 minutes to go in the period. Shots are dead even. Boston on a power play. Kill it, baby. Kill it. That's a long power play. And Geeky scores. What the heck was that about? I would almost bet you that was a fight. And if it was one of our defensemen, they're coming out of the lineup. So no fear. Sergio, watch your backs, because if that was you guys in a fight, that's gonna suck. That's gonna suck for us. It's gonna suck for you. Kempe scores for the Bruins. No wonder why they're so good. Look at their team; they're stacked. Okay, so that's gonna do it for the second period, and let's see what happened on that penalty. We got to see what happened, and it was Fagan checking from behind. What is that? I have never even seen that on this game. Checking from behind. Look at the font. It's so small it barely fits in there. That looks like a major. That's a major. Fagan checking from behind. Oh, bummer, Mr. Fagan. Bummer. Okay. Let's go back, and we're going to jump into period number 3. So Fagan is going to come out, right? That was the deal. But I don't have anybody to replace him, so his brother's injured. Pasternak scores, and Boston continues to hand Hartford their asses at the mall. We're at the mall, too, and then McAvoy scores. It's 4-0. Oh, Lord. This is awful. Now it's 5-0 on the Charlie Coyle goal. 5-0. That's okay. I got him on my actual fantasy team in real fantasy hockey. 5-on-4 power plays. Anyone going to score? Hartford, something. Simon, you're coming out of the net. You are not going to play in game number 5. We have lost 4 games in a row. This is not good. Not good for you, kid. Definitely not good for you. Okay. And that's going to do it. We lost 6-0. We lost 6-0, not since the debacle of season number 1 when we lost to the Rangers by 10 goals. This one really hurts. Look at all the zeros. Ooh, final. That's what that looks like to me. We take a look at the 3 stars of the game. I'm not even going to go through the freaking goals. They gave up 6 goals, man. What the heck? I spent all this time today putting together a point tracker on the bottom left of the screen. So if you're watching me live, you're seeing the point tracker down there on the bottom of the screen. And I ain't even using it. I have not put a point in the tracker. It's going to be so great when I finally get to put an actual point in the point tracker. That'll be awesome. But I am not there yet. No. Okay. So, bummer. Okay. I don't even want to look at that. I'm just so depressed right now by this squad. So freaking depressed by this squad. So we have a comment from out there in the crew from our junior GM asking to trade for Askarov. Where are you looking this up on the internet? Is that how you know what you're talking about? We'll search for him. You know what? Let's take a look. Is he a goalie? Put that in the comments. I'm pretty sure he's a goalie, right? If he's a goalie, then we'll look for him. I don't really want to trade her though. All right. I made a promise and I got to keep it. So if anything, we might trade DJ or a couple of draft picks, bring him up, send somebody down. That sounds fair, don't you think? I think that sounds fair. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. Yes. Yes, what? Yes, he's a goalie? Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look. Since you asked, first, let's go back. We're going to move over to our episode goals screen. Here's our goals screen. Looking back at this, right? Goals of the episode. And so I spent all day putting this together. I really thought we would lose to the Bruins, beat the Penguins, the Ducks, lose to the Bruins. Instead, we lost to all 4 of them because we are absolutely atrocious. And we're not scoring goals. We're not playing D. Our goalie is not playing well. So I think it's going to be tough. Now, okay, I know he plays for the Sharks in real life. I know that. Askarov does play for the Sharks in real life, so thanks for that. But on the game, things kind of change. They could be different, so we're going to search for him, and we'll see if they would be willing to trade for him. I'm willing to play that game. So if you're looking at the bottom of the screen too, my Islanders are tied with the Kraken at intermission. So that's a plus. That is a plus to my night. That's the only thing that's going right here. That's the only thing that's going right at the moment. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at. We're going to search for Askarov. Well, that was dumb. That's going to give me all the names. I'm not looking for everybody. Again, my brain is kind of fried here. Okay, let's go to ASK. Now, you can't see me spelling up on the board, right? It just kind of pops up. There we go. Askarov. We know he's a goalie. And we're going to go ahead and search. Okay, so we have got Askarov. We're looking to make a trade, right? So here he is on the board, and we are going to slide over here and take a look. Does he have a clause? He has no clause. He's 24 years old, and he's an 88 overall. At 24 years old, 88 overall. No future season clause. He's got a $2 million salary, and he only has 1 year left. Oh baby, this could happen. We could trade for Askarov. Now, the real question is, what are they going to want? What are they going to want for this dude, right? That's where it really, that's really what's going to be the decider. Yeah, obviously, right? I mean, dude, just tell me to shut up. Feel free to put that in the comments. Just tell me to shut up. Okay, so let's select him, right? And we'll trade for him. No, we have to do the trade finder. Yes, we have to do it because I can't sit there and do all that crap. That'll take forever. I mean, I can do it, but I don't want to do it. So we'll find a trade. Let's go ahead and we'll take a look. So we are looking to trade. We've lost 4 games in a row. So if you are just joining us on the feed, we have got a whole bunch of new stuff happening. It is a very busy screen. I've got scores popping all over the place. I have the Islanders on the bottom of the screen. I've got all the hockey scores on the top. And we are 4 games into tonight's episode. We've lost all 4. Okay. Our starting goalie, bit of a struggle. Okay. We haven't put DJ in net because you can't see what? What can't we see? You can't see the screen? Oh, I didn't change the screen. I'm just talking. You got to say something. Okay. Can you see it now? It's going to be a second. Give it a second. It'll turn. You just hear me the whole time. It should change. You can hear me, though, while I'm talking right now. That's good, though. Last week, we couldn't hear me. Last week, nobody... There we go. Now we can see the game. Okay. Can you see it now? All right. There we go. Wow. See, I forgot to change the screen. I need, like, an actual person sitting here with me because my brain is kind of old. It's kind of old. All right. Here we go. Let's go ahead and go down to the San Jose Sharks. And we are looking for a goalie. So, once again, if you're just joining us, okay, we got a lot going on now on the screen. When I actually change it, we got a lot going on the screen. So, we are looking at the San Jose Sharks goalie. He's got 1 year left on his contract. He's asking $2 million. He's an 88 overall. And that would be a good little tandem, right? So if we made a trade and we moved out, let's say DJ. Okay, because we want to try to hold on to our starting goalie. So if we hold on to DJ and we trade up, maybe we give him a draft pick and we can get him, that would be a nice little tandem. We'd have Simo and him kind of back and forth, and we'd see if we can get some wins on the board because this team is struggle bus right now. Thank you very much. If you're noticing all the additions on the screen, that's just me having some fun. I found a new program, spent a lot of time working on it today. I really have to focus on some work stuff too, but things have gotten a little lighter for me, so I get to do some of this stuff. It's kind of great. Looks like we have actually 6 people watching the show, so welcome on in. And now it went to 5, and now it goes to 6, and now it goes to 5. But welcome on in. So yeah, if you're just jumping in, again, I know I say this a lot, but being live, I have to. Got a lot of additions to the screen. If you're looking at the screen, you've got hockey scores on your top right. You've got NBA scores on the center right. And we've got college basketball scores on your lower right. Then I've got my Islanders going on the bottom of the screen. Bottom left is our point tracker. So if you're just tuning in, we have 0 points tonight. Our goal was 12 points. We have 6 games left, so we have to go on a 6-game winning streak. Our junior GM has suggested making a trade for Askarov. Okay, so I've been sitting here on his name for a while, and we're going to go ahead and find out what happens if we ask for a trade. And the Sharks are saying, nay, nay, I don't think we want to give him up. So let's go ahead and try this way. And they say, nay, nay. Okay, so he's going to be a tough one. He is going to be a tough one to try and get. So I think we have to try and propose a trade. He doesn't want to come, or they don't want to give him up. So let's see what they're looking for. We can play this game for a second. I can play this game for a second. Okay. Take a breath, Mike. Okay, so they're 16, 15, and 6. They're sellers, so they're looking to get this guy up. We're buyers. I don't know why we're buyers. We're 13, 18, and 3. I'd be selling too, right? We should be selling, but we are buyers. So we're looking to get our friend Askarov. We've been wheeling and dealing this season. This is something we haven't done before. Okay, so we're going to go for Askarov. He's an elite medium. And if you understand all that stuff on the board, good for you. Good for you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add. Who else? What can we give up here? This is what they're interested in. We have a shite ton of goalies on this team. We've got Beckman, Gardner, Harding. Look at all these guys. That means that I don't know what the hell I'm doing when I draft. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to package in all these goalies. This is weird. If they go for this, this will be funny. How about 3 goalies for 1 goalie? I don't know. It looks like they might go for it. Oh, they rejected it. Of course they rejected it. Okay. And let's see. This is the fun part. Because let's see if they want any of my draft picks. We've got, we have no draft picks to give up. That's right. We gave away 2 and 3 in the Buchnevich trade, which was dumb. Somebody stopped me, right? That's just crazy. Let's see if they want the Islanders' 7th round pick. No. I question whether you even looked at our trade block surplus. San Jose is totally unwilling to give up what you've asked for. Okay. Thoughts from the crew. Anybody out there, what do you think we do? We've got some people. Let's see what they would be interested in taking. Then we talk, right? That's what we do as assistant GMs and GM. We talk. So here's what they would be interested in. They would be interested in Sergio. They would be interested in No Fear. We'd be sending No Fear to San Jose. I don't know. You tell me. If we send No Fear to San Jose. D. Paul, who we like. We do like D. Paul. And, of course, Fagan. Fagan on the year. 3 goals, 8 assists, a minus 15. So not the best so far from him. Miles is a minus 5. So he's been playing a little bit better. So Paul, I would give up Paul. I would consider giving up Paul. Let's see. Goalies matching their block. All of the goalies that I offered them. But I'm thinking we start with this guy. And then maybe we fluff it up with Paul. Nope. I don't think they're going to. No, because they would have more than 45 skaters. That means we got to take some garbage from them. Is there anybody we're interested in? Barclay Goodrow. How about Couture? Nope, he won't go. Goodrow will go. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. If they were to do this, it would be Beckman, our rookie goalie, Beckman. He's not even playing. We haven't signed him yet. He's just sitting down in the minors. And Darren Paul, Askarov, and Goodrow. Now the thing is, we don't have anyone to really fill in for Darren. So we'd have to get a defenseman in return. So we're going to remove him. See, this is the boring part, but you got me going because I want to see if I can get this guy. But I don't want to cheese it, right? We could totally cheese it if we wanted to. I could trade away Kelly. We need a defenseman, so let's go ahead and match that. Do they have anybody that contract-wise. How about a 1-year? Cagnoni. That's my boy right there. How about Valimaki? He's a 2-year contract. Oh, they might go for that. Askarov and Valimaki for Beckman and DePaul. Okay, I'm throwing that one out on the table. I'm gonna put this on timer. We're gonna put this on pause for a second. Think it over. Think it over. That's the deal on the table. The clock is ticking. About 3 minutes. If you're watching and you think that's a good idea, throw it up on the board. I've never heard from D in a while, so it'd be a bummer to trade him, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so that was a little less than 2 or 3 minutes, but we put a poll out there, and we have 100% to trade. So I don't know how many votes we actually. Oh, 3 votes. 3 votes to trade. That's awesome. 3 votes to trade. So the front office has spoken. They have spoken. And we're going to end that. That is done for the night. That poll is over. 3 answers, and let's see if they go for it. Press the button. We might have to spice it up a bit, but they reject it. So they don't want to part ways. So let's see if this might cheese it a little bit, but we'll see if we can throw a draft pick in there to get it done. I'll give up the Islanders 7th. And shoot, I'll give up my 7th, right? I got plenty of goalies in the organization. And they reject it. Do we have to go higher? I think we have to go higher. We're gonna have to scuttle some draft pick. Scuttle's the wrong word. I think that's like when you burn down a ship. I'm not really sure. And they reject that too. So that's that. So Simo, you're gonna have to hold it down. You have to continue to hold it down in net. Okay. Askarov just doesn't want to come to the team, but now we know he's a free agent. So that's going to be huge. We might be able to get something done in the off season for him, right? We might be able to get something done in the off season. Okay, so we are going to. Hey, we lost to the Bruins on December 21st. I guess No Fair just didn't make it to that game, did he? He didn't make it to that game, did he? Happy 20. Oh, it's 2026 too. Yeah. Anyway, one of my only viewers, right? That would be a fantasy happy birthday right there. Okay, we're gonna simulate to the next game, and we're heading into Game 5 of the episode. We slowed down a bit, looking for that trade. Miles Fagan is now fully healed. We'll pop him back into the lineup because that is what we do. No, hold on a second now. We got to clear something up right now. So we actually have our netminder in the chat. So you were not being traded. You were not being traded. We were trying to get you some help so you don't have to be in the net all the time. That's what we were doing, okay? It didn't work out. So now we'll have to get him in the we'll have to get him in the off season. Yeah, no, I'm not trading you. Relax. Okay. Let's go ahead and Miles is back in the lineup. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Folks, I think we got to change some stuff up, though, because this team has been awful. They have been awful. Okay. We're taking on the Nashville Predators. They're 19, 10, and 4. 7, 2, and 1 in their last 10 games. We are 13, 18, and 3. 4, 5, and 1 in our last 10. And 0 and 4 in the live episode. Between the pipes, they will have UC Saros, 18 games played, 10 wins, .929 save percentage, 2.25 goals against average. Between the pipes for the Whalers, we will have Simo, 25 games played, 9 wins, .892 save percentage, and a 3.38 goals against average. We have completely dropped to 8th in the division. We are holding on to that 1-point lead on the Tampa Bay Lightning. They are at 28 points. We are at 29 points. So they continue to lose while we lose. So thank you very much. They're kind of our rival so far in this universe. So we're kind of happy to see them losing. I mean, I am. I'm happy to see them losing. Capo Caco is our team leader with 32 points. Defensively, it's Sergio Capo Caco in goals. Assists are Braden Walker. He's got 20 assists. Good for him. Rookie points 1 for Caio Delius. And goalie wins Simo with just 9 on the season. So looking at our matchup over on the right, goals for per game, we are 30th in the league. So we are terrible. So we went out. We got Pavel Buchnevich, right? We made that trade in the last episode. We thought that would help. He came out. The team got energized, totally fired up. Bam. Everything fell apart in this episode. Goals against per game, 3.35. Power play percentage, 20.2. Penalty kill percentage, 78.7. We absolutely suck, folks. We suck. Now, here's the thing, though, to look at. Okay? Keep in mind, if you are a regular viewer of the show, if you pop in and you check out the show from time to time, if you watch me on the replays, if you're watching the recorded version, you know and I know that this team plays so much better when I quick sim. So when I just press the button and we simulate through some games, we tend to win, and that's where we come back. That's typically where we come back. So we're going to have to see what happens when we get to games 5 through 8 or 5 through 9, because that's usually when we quick sim. In the slow sims, not so good. We're never good. We're never good in the slow sims. Never good. So let's go ahead and jump into this one. We're going to slow sim it because I said that. So let's go ahead and simulate. We are taking on the Nashville Predators. And 5-on-4 power play, and they killed that off. Forsberg's going to score on their power play. So it's 1-0 to kick this one off. 5 minutes into the period, and our team is so undisciplined. They're so freaking undisciplined, man. The penalties are bad, awful, especially in the slow sims. That little yellow marker is always popping up over the teams that we play against. Well, it could be orange, whatever the color is for the team, but you get it. You get it, right? You get it. Okay, 3 minutes to go in the period, rocking and rolling, and boom. So we are through period number 1. The team continues to struggle. We can't score any goals. We cannot score any goals. 5-on-4 power play for Nashville. They're going to score because we're terrible on the kill. Hey, we killed it off. Great job, team. 12 minutes to go, period number 2. Let's see somebody score. Who's it going to be? How about somebody that never scores? How about Jimmy? Oh, Marchessault scores. So that's good. They scored. Marchessault scores again. You know what? Why not just go for the Hattie in the period, dude? Just do it. Simo, what is up? what is up? Ever since that injury in season 2, she just has not been the same. Has not been the same. Now, if you are a long-time viewer and you have watched this, oh, Connor Burns. Thank you, Connor. You finally showed up. You finally showed up and got us a goal. Good job. So it's going to be 3-1. Shots are 29 or 30 to 22. It just keeps rolling, right? It just keeps rolling as I talk. And then O'Reilly scores. O'Reilly scored a goal. That was so dumb, dude. That's like a straight up dad thing. Has to be. Okay, we got about 7 minutes to go in the period. I make myself laugh. I just sit in this room and I make myself laugh. 5 minutes to go in the period. 5-1. We are getting absolutely trounced. Kako scores. Good for him. Good for you, dude. It's about time you did something. You've been sitting on 32 points for the entire freaking episode. Okay, so we're rolling in to... this is done. It's over. It's over. We lost. I was like, we're rolling into another period, but that's basketball, dummy. Okay, so O'Reilly scores. He had a goal, an assist, and, 5 hits, so he was beating the crap out of us most of the game. Svechkov had a goal, 2 assists, and 1 hit. And Marchessault, he had the game of the year for what we've seen. 2 goals, 2 assists. So good for him on that one. I got nothing else to say about that, folks. I got nothing else to say about that. Marchessault. Killing me. Okay, so we are heading into our 6th game of the episode. We are 0-5. We have 0 points. And you can see that right in the corner of the screen, left-hand corner of the screen. The team has 0 points. 0. Wow, that is so sad. That is so absolutely terrible that we have 0 points in the episode. Okay, so we are going to sim to our next game. We are taking on the Boston Bruins. But we are to that time of the episode. It is 8 o'clock. So that means we are almost, it's 8 o'clock somewhere. If you're watching this on a replay, it could be 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. I don't know where you are. But it's 8 o'clock right here in my world. So that means we have about 35 minutes or so left in the episode. I usually go to about 8:40 or so. Or until the Islanders get to the 3rd period. And right now they're in the 2nd period with looks like almost about 10 minutes left. It's 1-1. So I'll be able to watch period number 3. I love the late games. Totally love them. Now, my pops is from the East Coast. He's here right now, and he absolutely loves West Coast, watching sports on the West Coast because it's all early, and then he can kind of go nights early. He doesn't have to be up watching sports late at night. Because if he was on the East Coast, the Isles would be playing at like 10:30, and that's or 9:30. That's kind of a bummer. It's a late game. So now that I talked about that, which is really, nobody really cares. But okay, so we are 0-5. We are 0-5 on the episode, and we are struggling. This team is struggling. And of course, we're going to play the Bruins, who have already destroyed us in 2 games in the episode. They beat us 6-0 the last time we saw them in the very last game before the last game we played. We're not going to rehash that. That was a nightmare. Simo played horribly. The team played horribly. Nobody could score. We came into this episode 13, 14-3. We were on a high. Everything was looking good. We were at 68 locker room chemistry after being at 60 in the last episode. Things were on the move, and then boom, look at how it dropped. We're down to 63%, which means the team is they're not liking each other, which is not good. That is not good. Definitely not good. So how do we get that back? What do we have to do? All right, middle of last episode, we got a comment from one of the AGMs, and they said, hey, look at the chemistry. It's awful. And we couldn't figure out what to do. So we made a trade. We did make a trade. That's kind of how we improved it. And we'll have to see if that's what we have to do here. I tried to make a trade for the goalie. It didn't work out. San Jose was not willing to give him up. So we'll have to see. But it is time to go through the speed round. And we love the speed round because I am not going to spend all this time making a freaking point tracker in the bottom of the screen just to get no points in the episode. And we have never been shut out on this show. We have never walked away with 0 points, and that's not going to happen tonight. Look at the top of the screen. That's who we have to go. We have Boston, we have Chicago, we have Ottawa, then we have two with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Something good has to come of this, right? Something good has to come of it. We got to get 2 points. Now, I'm not sure if they're still watching, but there's a couple of Chicago fans out there, and we could beat them. We could beat them. So, all right, let's go ahead. We're going to advance through the Boston game, and we lose 3-1 because of course we do. Of course we do. We're going to sim through the 30th of December. Happy New Year. It's New Year's Eve, and we're taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. And Cody Delgado has been injured with an upper body injury. And that is no bueno. That's also no freaking bueno because we don't have anybody to fill unless we put Cal Odelius back in there. Because I think he was our only backup, right? So, Cal, welcome back. You're coming back in. You know who's been sitting out for a while and the team has not been good since we took him out? How about Killer? Killer, welcome back to the lineup. Of course, we are missing Pichek. But, you know, I totally forgot about that. So, Pichek, if you're out there listening, dude, you haven't been doing anything in the episode because you're freaking hurt. You're hurt, dude. The best player on the team. Dude had 14 points in 10 games in the last episode, and we lost him in game number 1. In fact, you know what? Let's see when we get him back. So we know it's January 1st. It's the start of a new year. It's a new day, a new age for this team. All right? It's New Year. If you don't know, if you can't see that, it's on the top of the screen. It's on the top left of the screen. It's New Year's Day in our universe. So we want to see the injury report. We know that Cody's out. Pichek will be back in 4 days. So we're going to get him back before the episode is over. That's going to be absolutely huge. He has a sore foot. Okay? I love how it tells you the injuries. Dude, a sore foot, wrap that shit up, throw a skate on it, and get out on the ice. Cody has an upper body injury. That could be anything. He could have a broken nail. Who knows? Okay? But Pichek, you're supposed to be the toughest guy on the team. Wrap it up, put it in a skate, and get out on the ice. Okay, so now that I got that out of the way, let's go ahead and see what happens when we quick sim against... Oh, wait. I missed that. I missed that. We won that game against Chicago. But you guys are supposed to be watching. You're supposed to be helping me out here. And, yeah, we're just getting a call, actually. And it sounds like Pichek is in Tijuana. He's getting himself some stem cell injections, and he will be back for the game against the Maple Leafs on the 5th. So that's great. I see we build a little story there, okay? We build a little story there. I get to put some points in the point tracker, baby. That's right. Thank you so much. Oh, my Lord. We get to put 2 whole points in there. Oh, here we go. I don't think you can see it. I haven't changed to it. But, oh, there we go. Okay, there it is. We got 2 points in the tracker. 2 points in the tracker. And the GM is happy. See, that's like the most exciting thing for me in the episode. It'll change. Just give it a second. I'm watching it. I'm like a little delayed on my screen too. So I see it on my computer, but I don't see it on the stream yet. So, anytime now. Anyway. Okay, so we got to win. See, I told you, Quicksim is our friend. Oh, there it is. It popped up on the screen. Oh, it's probably been there for a little while for you, but oh, yes, it's 2 points in the old tracker. I love it. We'll have to come up with a name for that thing. The bucket, the net. I don't know. We'll come up with something for it because I'm going to use this for a while. We're going to use That's how we're going to do it from now on. Okay, so the Islanders looking at the bottom of the screen, 1-1 still. Again, if you're just joining us, I've had a couple of viewers as we've been playing the game. Welcome in if you're fresh. We have been through 7 games in the episode. We've lost 6, and we have won just 1 against the Chicago Blackhawks. Thank you very much, Chicago Blackhawks. Seattle just scored in the real world. So they lead the Islanders 2-1 with about 6 minutes left to go in the period. So good for them. It'll adjust here on the board in just a second. Ottawa is who we're going to be facing next. 21-14-3 on the season. In 10 games, they are 6-4-0 in their last 10. The Whalers are 14-20-3, getting that big, massive win against Chicago in their last game, hoping to make it 2 in a row. Simo, we're going to have you in net for all 10 games. I have decided. It's been decided. All right, we tried to make a trade, tried to help you out. Nobody wants to bite. Nobody wants to give up a goalie, right? And, goalies are hard to come by in the actual NHL. If you don't watch a lot of hockey, quality goalies tend to stay where they are for a long time. Not to say that Askarov is going to stay with the Sharks in our world, but it could happen. So let's go ahead and click away. And so we advance right through this one. And we get another win. Oh, yes. See, Quick Sim is our friend, baby. Quick Sim is our friend. When we Quick Sim, we get the goals, right? I don't know how it happens. And look at the goals. We had 6 goals in that game. We couldn't score a damn goal for the entire episode. And then boom, there it is. We get another goal. You know what that means? That's right. It's time to put a goal or 2 points in the tracker. There it is. It's going to appear here for you in just a second. And it's like the most exciting thing for me. So like when I was a kid, I used to go to the Mets games, and every time the Mets hit a home run, the little apple would pop up out of the hat in the outfield. Now this is a baseball story, but it's true. So the little apple would come out of the hat in the outfield, right? And we would all go crazy. And it was like the most exciting thing you ever saw. I mean, well, for like a 6-year-old. I was 6 years old, give me a break. But it was like the most exciting thing ever. Darryl Strawberry would whack a home run. Mookie Wilson would hit a home run, and boom, the apple would come out of the magic hat out in the outfield. And for me, now I have my point tracker on the left side of the screen, and when I'm watching the live footage here, which eventually I'll get to. Oh, there it is. See, now it just went live for me. So we have now 4 points in the tracker, and the team is on a roll. Well, far from it. We've played 8 games, folks, and we have 4 points tonight. I wanted 12. All right. So, wow, look at the chat. We actually had some chats tonight. Our number one, our top fan is Lindy Feeney. That's our number one fan. Most chats. So keep throwing them in there. Keep it going. Come on. We got about 15 minutes left in the episode. And I'm Quick Simmons, so you know what that means. Either I'm going to have to talk a whole lot for the last 15 minutes, which y'all don't want to hear, or go ahead and throw your notes up on the board, right? We're talking, tonight was favorite music. We saw some great music, right? Lionel Richie. We had a little vote for Lionel Richie. We had Linkin Park. Okay, we had Morgan Wallen? Wallen? I don't know. One of those. All right, we guessed what my favorite was. We heard Sinatra, we heard Springsteen, right? But no, my favorite is Billy Joel. I'm a big Billy Joel guy. A New Yorker. Well, I'm not from New York. I'm from Connecticut. But I like to throw myself in that area, right? We're kind of tri-state. So anyway, Anyway, we got 2 games left in the episode. Toronto, 24 wins, 13 losses, 2 overtime losses. The Whalers are 15, 20, and 3. Okay, 4, 6, and 0 in our last 10. Simo's between the pipes. She's won back-to-back games. My first concert. There you go. Somebody put one in there. So let me go through the rest of these stats, and before we head into the game, I'll talk to you about it. So goals for per game, 3.59. They are 6th in the league, 2.74, 28th for the Whalers. So look at all our stats on the right. We're horrible. 2.74 in goals for per game. 3.34 in goals against. So basically, if you skate out on the ice, you're going to score. You're going to score against us, okay? So here's the deal. This is the deal for the rest of the episode. We have 2 games in the episode. We're playing against the Toronto Maple Leafs. If she can give up less than 5 goals, if she gives up less than 5 goals over these 2 games, because she's going to start both, if she gives up less than 5 goals, she starts the next episode. If she gives up more than 5 goals, DJ comes in until he loses. That's the deal. Mark that down. I'll have to write that down somewhere. Okay? That is going to be the deal. She has to give up less than 5 goals or less. We'll go 5 goals or less. And if she gives up more than 5 goals over the next 2 games, she's out. DJ's in until he loses. That's the way it's going to go. That's the deal. I have to write that down because I'm going to forget it. Somebody type that into the chat so I remember. Okay. Now, we're gonna slow sim this one because why the heck not, right? We got some time. So, we're gonna sim to the Maple Leafs game. So the Islanders have fired head coach Bob Paul. Yeah, well, good for them. I don't care. We should fire our head coach, is what we should do. Cody Delgado is back, so he's going to be in a lineup for this game against Toronto. That's a bad deal. So the goalie is saying that's a bad deal. Well, you know what? I'm paying you $9 million this season, and you, my friend, are doing nothing lately. So you got back-to-back wins. Oh, first concert. We got one. So Black Crows, P-Check, his first concert. Thank you for a comment. I have not seen you comment on the show. Welcome to the world, my friend. Black Crows open for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Wow, dude. How old are you, brother? Aren't you younger than me? Anyway. Oh, and he's back in the lineup. Oh, baby. Do we put him in injured and risk it? Throw it up on the board. Do we throw P-Check back in the lineup and risk it? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to have to hold off on watching this game. We're going to go TikTok here for a second. Do we or do we not put P-Check back in the lineup and risk an injury? Yes, my netminder. I understand you were hurt for a while. Okay. And he's not 60. Yeah, he's not 60. P-Check is not 60, everybody. He is definitely not 60. He's definitely younger than the Fanatic. That is 100% for sure. Okay, so getting back to the actual hockey, yes, we do know that our netminder was injured, but that was a long time ago. That was before you signed your contract. So maybe you broke one of your nails when you were signing the contract, but you have not been too sharp this year. Let's just put it. Look at your stats. So P-Check, yes. Younger, but an old soul. Yes, that is definitely true. I've spent many a days with you, my friend, and you are definitely an old soul. Sometimes you sound older than I do, or than I am. That's funny. Okay, but it's nice to see you actually putting something in the chat, dude. So nice to see you. So the business on the table right now. I've got some folks out there watching. Okay, The business on the table right now is P-check, do we put him back in the lineup? He's still coming back from that injury, or do we leave him out? This is a big game. We've won 2 in a row. We've got a chance to win 3 in a row. Okay? We're trying to save Simo's job. First concert for No Fear. So we got our players in the room tonight. We got our players in the room. So No Fear's first concert, right? So this is kind of building little backstories for our actual players in the game. How about Linkin Park, Snoop Dogg, and Korn? Dude, is that an actual thing? Did they actually play together? Linkin Park, Snoop Dogg, and Korn. I got to be honest with you, no, Mr. Feeney. I don't picture you at a Snoop concert. Korn and Linkin Park, yes. Snoop, probably not. Okay. If I told you guys what my first real concert was, you'd laugh. I don't want to tell anybody because you'd probably laugh because I was super old when I went to a concert. I had never been to a concert until just recently, and I saw a very old performer. Very old performer. He was an 80s guy, but he was not in his. He might have been in his 80s. I don't know. He was an 80s guy, and we went to see him just recently. So, okay, time's ticking away. All right, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna put a vote out there on the board. We're gonna put a vote on the board. So if you're watching, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put a poll up there. Here's the question right now. Play P-check. Play P-check. All right, there we go. Start the poll. The poll's going to run for 2 minutes. It's in the chat, okay? We're asking, are we playing P-check in this next game? It's going to run for 2 minutes. 1 minute. We're going to start right now. Okay, we're back. That was 1 minute. Yeah, I actually timed that one. I just realized that I actually have a timer here. I'm actually watching the stupid computer. Computers are a wonderful tool, you know? They really are. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at our poll question. So, we had a total of 3 votes. Yay for us. Yay for us. And P-check, it looks like you're playing, buddy. So we're putting the injured P-check back in the lineup. Back in the lineup. And now we're going to slow sim. We're going to watch this because we want to see if he scores a goal. Where do we put him? Let's put him down here on the 4th line, okay? So he doesn't have to play too many minutes. That's the way that works. We're going to put him down here on the 4th line, and we're going to see if he scores, if he gets anything done. Look at all those freaking X factors this dude has. He is the man on this team. He's definitely the man. Okay, so let's go ahead and slow sim, and we will see what happens here. We know we're a good game. We know we're a good game. We know we're a good team in the quick sim, but we're going to slow sim this one just for shits and gigs. Okay, here we go. We're going to bump it up to 2 times. Not too fast this time, right? Not too fast this time. We're looking at some of these comments. So we already talked about No Fear's first concert, which I have to admit was one that I did not believe. P-check. I'm not sure what the comment means. Does that mean that you went to a Taylor Swift concert? Or was that your first concert? Not really sure what that means. We have, of course, our netminder has never been to a concert. That's too bad. Oh, you're guessing that my first concert was Taylor Swift. No, dude. No. No, I've never been to a Taylor Swift concert. Do I seem like the kind of guy who can afford that? No, definitely not. Oh, how about that? So, oh, damn, the Kraken took the lead after 2 periods. So it's 3-1. I'm not going to have too much fun watching that game. Definitely not. Heading into the third period. I'll be going to watch that as soon as we get done here. No, I have not seen Taylor Swift. And our netminder's never been to a concert. And, oh, there's a good one. First concert, Whitney Houston. Oh, I'm a Whitney Houston fan. So a lot of folks don't know, but the fanatic is a big fan of the divas. Always has been. Not ashamed of it. Okay, while all my friends were big into rap and that kind of stuff in the 90s, yeah, I had my little guilty pleasure. I was a Mariah Carey guy. I liked the little Whitney Houston, right? Destiny's Child wasn't really a thing at the time, but more so the ladies. I always dug the voice. You know, people singing was kind of my thing. I do enjoy that. So, and always kind of have. But I would have loved to have gone to a Whitney Houston concert. Of course, she is no longer with us. So, and Sergio puts one in the net for the Hartford Whalers. So we are slow simming this one. That's why it's taken a little bit longer than normal. So maybe getting Pichek back in the lineup has juiced the team up a little bit, right? Maybe it has. I'm beginning to think that it's going to help us out, right? I mean, the guy is a freaking player for sure. So you can kind of see up on the screen too. I'm kind of watching some of these scores. I have got some rando college basketball, and Jimmy LaMoreau puts one in the net. It's 2-0. So this was a team I didn't think we would have a shot against based on the rest of the episode. And how about Jimmy? And then Perrone scores. It's 3-0. Jarn Croak is going to put one in the net. So Simo, now look, remember the deal now. Okay, if she gives up 5 or more goals over these last 2 games, she's out. She's out. She said that was a bad deal. I disagree. I think it's a little incentive, right? You got to give a little push sometimes to some of these kids. You got to do it. Okay, 3-1 Hartford. 5-on-4 power play. Let's kill this one off. Again, that time's ticking away a little bit slower. Now, one thing we haven't seen in the episode is we haven't seen any, dare I say, hockey. We've seen a lot of simulations. We haven't seen any hockey, right? Because we've had no overtimes. Last episode, we had a killer overtime and a shootout. Not so much here. Not so much here. Okay, so we are up 3-1, 6 minutes to go. Still talking. We're still talking. We've gone from favorite music or favorite singers, favorite artists to now first concerts. That's awesome. I dig that stuff. How about the first movie you ever went to? If you're out there and you're listening, the first movie you can actually remember going to. Minton's going to score for Toronto. It's now 3-2 Hartford. We're getting close to the end of the second period, and that goal, that little goal, goal. We'll call it a goal. The goal is going up for Simo between the pipes here in this one. So she's getting close. Yeah, so we're talking, like I said, we talked music, we talked first concerts. That's awesome. How about the first movie? Like I said, the first movie you remember going to see. You remember being at the theater and actually going to see it. Mine's going to date me, so I'm going to hold off on mine. I'd like to see a couple on the board before I even talk about mine. So it's now 3-2 Hartford. We're in the middle of, not middle of the third period, but about 2 minutes into it. Okay. Like I was saying too, and again, I kind of rattle. I'm all over the place. But that college basketball scoreboard, I threw it up there. That is some rando teams, right? I got every single college basketball game going on in the country is on that board. I could set it to be just the top 25, but I was like, who doesn't want to know if Cal Baptist is beating Utah Tech or Southern Utah is beating Utah Valley? Everybody wants to know. Queens University pulls off the win against Northern Alabama. That's awesome. I don't even know where that is. It's probably in New York somewhere. Could be. Ooh, E.T. Okay, so we got our first one on the board. First movie they ever saw, E.T. Yes. Yes. I don't remember seeing E.T. I know I was taken to the movie theater. I do not remember seeing E.T. I love the movie, though. Real classic movie. Showed it to my kids. They didn't always get it or didn't quite get it. But I do remember crying when I was little because I thought E.T. was going to die. That's a spoiler if you didn't know that, but yeah, I thought he was going to die. Okay, 5 minutes to go in period number 3. It looks like we might pull this one out. Do not give up a goal. I do not want to watch hockey. That sounds crazy, right? But the Islanders are on. I want to get back in there. We're down 3-1 in the real world. And we are 2 minutes left to go. Hold them off, Simo. Get your job done. Earn that $9 million. And it looks like she's going to do it. And Sergio gets the empty netter. And oh my God, we have won 3 consecutive games. Wait a minute. A Barbie movie was the first movie you ever went to see in a theater. Wait, a Barbie movie or Barbie? Are they different? They might be different. I don't know. Poltergeist, yes. Yes, I did not see Poltergeist in the theater. I'm so glad I didn't. That movie still scares me to this day. I'm pretty sure, is it the first? It might be the second one where the kid goes in the bathroom and his braces like come alive. That might be the second one. I think the first one is where the dude goes in to make like food in the middle of the night and like the food comes alive and stuff. Yeah, I'm not really sure. So Power Rangers. Come on, P-Check. There's no way that Power Rangers was your first movie, bro. There's absolutely no way that was your first movie. If you're an old soul, you didn't go see the Power Rangers in a movie theater. Please tell me you didn't. And if you did, now you have to tell me who your favorite Power Ranger is, and don't say it. Don't joke with me. Okay, so now that we've got through the actual hockey game that we were playing, we had a goal in the first, 2 in the second, and how about 1 in the third? I've been chatting up a storm here for the last couple minutes, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the goals in the game, right? So Sergio, he had the opening goal. That's his 12th of the year. So way to go, Serge. Jimmy, Perrone, and then Sergio again. Oh my God. Pichek comes back in the lineup, and the team just goes off. And look at what he does. He gets the quietest players to just work harder. You know what? That's true. That's true. That is a good character. That character was built so true. Okay, we put him back in the lineup, and some of the guys who aren't performing like we know they can, they tend to step it up. So excellent job, P-Check. Maybe you deserve that C on your sweater. We'll take it off of. Oh yes, okay. So that's the first. I apologize. That's the first movie that you can remember is going to see the Power Rangers. Okay. Must have been a big day for you too. And your favorite one is the White Ranger. So I think I'm just on the other side of the whole Power Rangers thing. So I don't really watched it, nor was I ever a part of watching it. My first movie that I can remember going to see in person with the family. Now, I could be wrong, but the first one I remember is going to see Ghostbusters. I went to see the original Ghostbusters. And folks, we actually get to add another point to the point tracker, so I'm going to do that. But the first one that I remember seeing was Ghostbusters. And classic, right? That's a classic. Until I watch it now, and then I'm kind of like, oh, that movie was kind of silly. And not only that, but he was a little different. Peter Venkman was a little bit different, right? For sure. So, and my favorite character in that movie, as a kid, I was like, oh, here comes the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I always thought that Gozer was a dude until I got older and I actually realized that Gozer is actually a lady. Yeah, I didn't know that. So if you're not a Ghostbusters fan, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but Ghostbusters. So, yes, we now have 6 points in the old point tracker. I'm super excited. That's 3 games in a row that we have won. We're heading into the last game of tonight's episode. It's been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of conversation. I'm happy to see a new addition in the cave. We got a new fan who's actually thrown some comments up on the board. Okay, so we're not gonna end the episode yet. We're gonna head into the last game of the episode, and we're gonna be talking. We just talked about movies. Okay, the first movie you remember seeing. Now, how about the first like paid sporting event that you went to? No, you know what? Take that one off the table. Take that one off the table. That's not fair. That's not fair. How about this? I think every one of us at some point watched wrestling. Favorite wrestler. But nobody could say favorite wrestler other than these 3. Stone Cold, The Rock, and Hulk Hogan. You got to come up with somebody different. I don't want to see it if you have somebody else on the board. I don't want to see it. Okay, we're going to head into the last game of the episode. That question is now out there on the board. That by the way, that P-check, the poll for playing P-check in the last game ended up being a 50-50. We went against that because I just ended it myself, and it was a 67 when it was 67-33. Because we can't have just 4 votes. We would have sat here all night waiting for the third vote. P-check, Mankind. Now, Mankind was like 4 different dudes over his career. That dude is crazy. You know what? I kind of like that one. He's crazy. But mine's going to come from the 80s. When I say my favorite wrestler, I got to keep Hulk Hogan out of the mix. You guys are going to be surprised when I tell you who it is. You're really going to be surprised because he was the bad guy. I was a big fan of the bad guys except for Hulk Hogan. So our junior GM likes John Cena. Who doesn't like John Cena? He's great. He's like an American hero, that guy. Except he hasn't been looking too good lately. But the Ultimate Warrior and Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Okay, so No Fear and I are from the same era, especially when it comes to wrestling. All right, the 80s was like the best for wrestling. I have to say that because I grew up in the 80s and I found out that wrestling was fake. If you didn't know that, I'm sorry if I just burned that for you. But I found out it was fake when I was like 9, thanks to my sister. But Jimmy Superfly and the Ultimate Warrior were like awesome, but they were good guys. My favorite, other than Hulk, was a bad guy. He was a bad guy. So I'll say that. I'll get to that as we get into the game. We're gonna slow sim because we just won. We're gonna slow. I'll get it out. I promise I'm gonna get it out. We're gonna slow sim. As we are now 2 hours into the episode, I want to go to about 2 hours and 15 minutes because the Islanders are just about to come out of intermission, and I would like to watch the end of that game before I go night-nights. I got a busy morning. On a Thursday. Got to get myself some coffee and a peanut butter cookie for sure. Okay, let's go ahead and advance to our last game. Now, P-check, you are fully healed and you are available to play in the next game. Do you know what that means? That means we are bumping P-check up. P-check, you're going to take your spot back on that top line with B-Walk. Kelly's going to jump up there and play with you. Connor Burns is going back up there as well. The Professor. Now, Mike, you're probably saying, why are you doing this now? Because I want to, and I am the captain of the team. So I am like a LeBron James figure. As the captain of the team, I tell the coach what to do, and he listens to me. So that's why we're mixing this up now. So heading into our last game, we'll have P-check, Kelly, and Burns on the top line. Pavel Buchnevich, B-Walk and the Professor on the second line. We'll have Greg Swift, Jimmy Lamoureux, and Capo Caco on the third line. Perone. Oh, you know what? This is why we're freaking winning. We put Killer back in the lineup. Dude, I forgot that we put Killer back in the lineup. Since we threw him in there, we have won 3 consecutive games. 3 consecutive wins. Brian Danielson? Who is Brian Danielson? Look at you, totally caught my attention with that. Now I'm Googling who is Brian Danielson? Is that a wrestler? Does he go by another name? Oh, I'm Googling it. Brian. I have to say stuff out loud so that I can spell it. Oh my Lord, that's an actual dude. Wow. Pretty cool. Did not know that. Okay, so he's a real guy. And he's a very new wrestler. That's why I don't know him. But anyway, getting back to the hockey. See, the Undertaker too. I do like the Undertaker. Getting back to the hockey. So Killer Keller joined the lineup. Ever since he came back, we've been winning. So Killer, I know you don't watch, but if anyone sees Killer, you let him know he should watch. He's the heart and soul of this team. The heart and the soul of this squad. Pichek is the muscle, okay? Feeney is the fearless one, and Killer Keller is the heart and the soul of this team. Okay, so Brian Danielson, who I didn't know who he was, well liked by our netminder because he married one of the divas. And then they divorced. Okay. Well, thank you for giving me all the information there. I like that. Then they divorced. Okay. So we are going to simulate. We're going to sim to the last game. We got our lineup all back in order. Okay. We're going to try to close out. Let's see. I have to see. I get a little sidetracked when I'm talking. All right. So we won the last 4 games. Last 3 games. Yeah, we've got 6 points now. We've won the last 3 games. We're trying to close out the episode with a 4th win in a row. All right, so let's go ahead and sim. Let's see if we can't sim a win away. Wow, how did I say that? That was weird. Okay, we're at 2 times the speed. We're watching this one in slow motion. And B-Walk comes up big right out of the gate, putting one past Wall. That was real quick, dude. That was 41 seconds. Good math, Mike. So I have to point something out. In the last episode, I started watching my own episodes because I got to make sure I'm correcting stuff and make sure I can kind of improve as we go, right? And I added 2 things together. I was actually working the other day, listening to it as I was in the picker, which is one of my favorite places to be as a golf professional. And I noticed that I actually added something completely wrong in the last episode. Nobody picked up on it. I'm really surprised that No Fear didn't point it out to me because typically he will, but he didn't. And it was a really dumb one. And actually was one of the things that I laughed at the hardest. And it wasn't a joke because my jokes are terrible, but that particular edition mistake made me laugh real hard because it was so dumb. It was so dumb. Okay, so we're through about halfway through the first period of the last game of the episode. We're trying to finish up with 4 consecutive wins. We want to put an 8 in the net at the bottom left of your screen to try to get 8 points, right? I mean, we salvaged the episode. We asked for 12. They gave us half of it so far. If we get 8 points, okay. It's not the greatest, but it's good enough. I could be all pissed off about it, but I'm not going to be. 2 minutes to go in period numero uno. B-Walk has the only goal, and shots are not a ton of shots. Definitely not a ton of shots in this one. And that's going to do it for period number two. I'm sorry, period number one. See? Period number one. Okay, rolling right into period number two, and time is ticking away. We're gonna bump that a little bit, make that a little bit faster. Okay, since we're in the third period now, the Islanders game, and it's a 3-1 Kraken lead. If you're watching these boards up on the right, man, we got a lot of scores going on. Matthews is going to score for Toronto, and then so again, we're still trying to make sure that Simo holds her job, right? So she only gave up 2 goals in the last game. She's now up to 3. If she goes over 5 in the last 2 games, she's out for the next episode. So she's trying to keep her job. She's definitely trying to keep her job. We made some lineup changes. That seems to be doing a little bit. But and then Nylander is going to score. That's 4 goals she's given up in the last 2 games. Could be losing her place. All right, we're down 2, and Fagan scores. So we're all tied up. Are we going to have an overtime game in the last game of the episode? We haven't seen any hockey yet. Don't jinx yourself, kid. Do not jinx yourself. 7 minutes to go. 6 minutes to go. Time's ticking away. Somebody score. Anybody, please. My hand's got to rest in this one. 1 minute to go. 55 seconds. And, oh my goodness, we've got overtime. Oh. So we've got okay. See, I'm getting all the drama. This must be like WWE drama. So Nikki is divorced and Bree is still married. Okay. The only I guess old diva I would know is like Miss Elizabeth, and all the dudes fought over her back in the 80s. Anyway, so you know what I failed to mention? I said I was going to tell you my favorite wrestler other than Hulk Hogan in the 80s of all time has got to be the Iron Sheik. Oh, that guy not only was he a wrestler, but he was actually a good wrestler. Right? He wasn't just an entertainer. He was actually a good wrestler. Okay, folks, so we have to watch hockey. Didn't think we were going to have to watch any hockey tonight, but we have to watch hockey. So let's go ahead and we're going to jump into this one. We're going to go Road Whites against Maple Leaf Blues. Just what we wanted to see, right? Absolutely.
For those of you just joining us, we are just about to drop the puck here on.
And I'm playing.
So perfect timing on your end.
Oh, hold on a second. If I'm going to play, we have to change this because Coach can't play like this. We got to change the camera. There we go. We'll go with the overhead. You told the family we were going to have overtime. Yeah, you love this, dude. But see, when we have overtime, we never win because I can't score. Okay, here we go.
Our next goal wins territory now. Who's going to step up and be the hero?
Kelly. P-check. Oh, no, P-check. Oh, P-check just lays him out. Serge, get it out of there. Kelly's hurt.
He does take it to the net, but this time the goaltender makes the save.
My goodness, they are really starting to dial up the pressure here now.
Good pass, Simo. Okay, Sergio bringing it down.
And they'll end all that pressure as they clear the zone. Play is called for offside.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. I want to start a fight. And this game, if you shoot after the whistle, you'll start a fight. Okay, so P-check just, look at him. Injury, what? That dude just laid him out. All right, baby, here we go. Back to the dot. Kelly. Yes, I am controlling in this one.
They take possession as he locks him
P
up
check.
with the face-off. From the right side, he goes for
Fagan with the hit. Go get it, P check.
the Whalers have
There he
it against
comes.
the wall.
Here he comes. Whoop. Fagan.
Over.
Kelly.
Moving it into the offensive end. Chance to win it.
Oh! Oh! Come on, Kelly.
Quick feed to Kirk. Gaining speed.
Play defense, Fagan.
Come on the attack.
There you go.
Broken up in the defensive zone by Hagen.
Oh, that's Kirkish.
From his own end, he picks up the
Kirkish is a... Oh, shit. Here we go.
He hangs on.
Connor.
Off the other
Oh, he hit the post.
he's out.
I like the habits and the shot selection right there, James.
Jimmy.
Goes off of the pipe, doesn't go in the 4x6, and now they're chasing the game.
Oh, he tried to do the old wraparound.
And they'll get a breather as the goaltender covers it up. A reminder, the team store always accepts
Oh, Iron Cheek. Okay, all right. You called that. Okay.
But don't forget
Yeah, Iron Cheek was my boy, dude.
location in person.
Absolutely love the Iron Sheik.
7 days a week, checking out some very
I mean, he was kind of Hulk Hogan's like rival for a while. So, I also liked. No!
goes off the stick.
I also liked Sergeant Slaughter. Got to meet him
2 on
when I was a kid. Oh yes.
sends it across.
What the hell, dude?
It's there, but they can't connect.
Oh, Connor.
Speed after that hit. Trying to
Sergio to the net.
pass off the side of the net.
Oh no, folks. So I was trying to not have any overtime, and now it looks like we're gonna have a shootout. Well, we got a point though, so that's good. That's good.
There's the horn, and still nothing decided after overtime, so we'll take it to
Wow.
a shootout next.
Wow, did you hear how slow he was? To a shootout next. Okay, so Captain Mike sucks, and that's why we are where we are. So, it's shootout time. Who's going to be first? It's got to be Kelly, right?
Well, nothing settled in the overtime frame, so we go
Sure.
to the shootout.
Shootout time.
Skater to go here in this shootout, and he's looking to set a positive tone for the club. And he stops.
Ah.
I think he just does a great job of making himself
Okay, Simo.
possible and took away
Earn that money.
shooting angles.
Earn that money. Austin Matthews. She comes out. What the shit was that?
Stick, but couldn't
Oh, Lord.
Well, sometimes
Okay.
Taylor is the most effective in these
B-walk.
situations, and he just gets in too tight and just runs out,
Slow.
unable to corral it and get a shot off.
Whoop. Aye.
what a save.
See, I'm horrible at this.
He wanted that
I'm horrible at this. Okay.
Marner's made his way to center.
Mitch Marner.
Still no goals.
Shoots.
As he turns
Good job, Simo. Great job.
She embraces the pressure in their shootout, and she
Here's
makes
Connor.
the save.
Backhand. Oh.
makes the save.
Okay, this is it.
Sit back in his crease, but he gets out
Who
and
is it?
challenges and takes
Nylander.
as much of the net as possible.
Zoolander.
Amazing game.
Okay, well, that sucked. That sucked. That sucked. So you see how I have to actually, like, I have to, like, focus? I don't like to focus. I'm not trying to focus on anything here. It's too much work for this guy. Okay, so we are toast. All right, we made it to the end of the episode. Okay, I think the main thing to do now is to just, see, let's see what we got here. We are taking a look at the end of the episode, right? So let's go ahead and talk about next week. We'll talk about next week. So in next week's episode, yes, this is the locker room. We're back in the locker room. We're done with the episode. So, like I said, a lot of cool stuff happening here on the channel. Okay. We introduced our scoreboards over on the right side. We introduced our scoreboard on the bottom of the screen. Definitely something I want to continue to do. I can not more than what was five? What was five? What was five? Oh, very good. Somebody was paying attention. Somebody was paying attention. So, yes, here we are in the locker room. We're talking about the little challenge, right? The challenge was 5 or less. She gave up 5 exactly. So, yes, you get to hold your job for the rest of for the next episode. Unless we have a back-to-back. He plays in a back-to-back. Or we can pull off a trade. Because we did look for a trade. We're not trading you. We're going to try to trade to get some support so you can get some rest. Because you played in 31 games. That's a lot of games. That's a lot. We've already played 40. You've played in 31 of them. That's too many. You shouldn't be playing in that much. We should be splitting that time up. Okay. So, like I was saying, we've added a lot to the channel. We've got running scoreboards, bottom, top. We've got a lot of stuff happening. Before I get into next week, feel free to throw some comments up on the board if there's anything you want to see on the channel next week, any specific games I can be following. I can do most of that stuff. I've definitely figured out how to get that done. So really excited about the direction that we're moving. Even if I only get, my 25, 30 viewers that I've been getting every week, it's still fun to do. And I'm always learning and always trying to grow. So here we are at the end of the episode. We managed to get 7 points out of our squad. Okay, we had 3 wins and an overtime loss in the last game of the episode. So not bad. It's not exactly what I wanted from the squad. Okay. We were looking for 12 points. We only managed to get 7. That's what I said, right? I said 7, didn't I? Yeah, 7 points. Yeah, not the best. Did I say 6? Did I say 8? I don't know. No, she scored 5. I'm sorry. She's playing next week because of the 5 goals. We scored 7 points. That was good. So you know what time it is now. We're in the locker room. We're getting ready to close things out. We managed to win 3 out of the last 4 games. That was good. Definitely a good thing for the team. We are going to take a look, as always, and I say as always, we kind of started this a couple weeks ago, but we're going to take a look at our stats real quick, see who did what over these last 10 games. And we'll start with our centers. So we know that Mr. Kelly didn't really do much, right? He had 9 points in the episode, so not too bad. B-Walk. If you're reading this now, you can see the 10. We're looking at last 10 games. So he had 7 points in the episode. Okay. We know that Jimmy really didn't do a whole lot. We know that Travis came in and the team was energized. He didn't do a whole lot of anything. He had 0 points. He was a +1, though, so good for Killer getting the team energized. Doesn't want to go down to the minors. Definitely doesn't want to go down to the minors. Left wing, Pichek was out for, almost the entirety of the episode. But we'll go ahead and take a look at his 10 games. Yeah, so that counts the last episode. Actually, in the last 10 games, we can't really look at his because he didn't play. He didn't have a full stretch. We know that Pavel Buchnevich, he didn't do a whole lot of anything in the episode either. I don't think he even scored. He had 2 points. Garbage. Let's see. David Perron. Oh, this guy was good. He's 38 years old. I think I say that every time I look at this. David Perron had 6 points. So I think I'm leaning towards player of the episode being, I don't know. Our player of the episode, it's not Capo. It's not Connor. I think it might actually have to be. It might be Sergio. Let's see what he did over these 10 games. 7 points. So, no, not really a lot. Not really a lot. I don't know. You know what? I think we're going to go with player of the episode, and we're going to go with. We'll give it to. We'll give it to Sergio. Right? I'll give it to Sergio. He had a goal or two in this episode. Played pretty good. Our goat of the game has to be defense. We were terrible. We were terrible on defense. We could do nothing, especially in the first 6 freaking games. We kind of came alive towards the end, thanks to the kind of I don't know what that's the word. We some energy. Pichek came in, added some energy in those last couple of games, and of course, Killer Keller made his mark as well. So, okay, so that's gonna do it for tonight. We do know that next week we have got a kind of an action-packed episode. We are looking at Montreal, Philly, New York, Anaheim, Minnesota, Montreal, New York. So I'm counting up here. And then Seattle, Montreal, and we'll finish off with Calgary. So we have got a kind of rough road ahead. Definitely a rough road ahead. But an exciting one anyway. So that is going to do it for the episode tonight. I want to thank everyone for joining me. It was a ton of fun getting this done. Super excited about what we have going on the channel. Please make sure to throw some comments in the comments section. Subscribe, share the video. If you know anybody out there that may want to watch it, share it. Keep an eye open for, I've been posting little quick shorts every morning, every night. Some related to sports, some just life in general. So feel free to throw a like on those, share those if you want to as well. So I'll see you all next week inside the cave. Until then, take care of yourselves. Be careful at work. And I will see y'all soon.